welcome back to another live streaming session. In today's live streaming, I'm going to flip through this guy over here. I'm just, making sure that everything is ready. And yeah, let's do it. So this is a copper Leuchtturm 1917, and I used this journal from September 2017 all the way till February 2018. I'm going to dive into it, all right? First of all, I want to say that I was very excited about this journal because this is a limited edition. For those of you who may not know, last year it was the 100-year anniversary of Leuchtturm 1917, and last year it was 2017. So for the anniversary, for 100 years, they came up with the special edition journals, so the copper, the gold, and the silver. So I was very excited to try it out. A friend of mine got it for me in Germany. So yeah, and I was having very high expectation about the journal, but overall I was not as satisfied, and I'm gonna let you know why and what didn't really work for me. So I think that we can just start. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out how the zoom, okay, this zoom seems to be working pretty well. Okay, so something that I didn't really like about this journal was the ghosting. The fact that the paper here was ghosting like crazy. Before starting this journal, I was using a Scribbles That Matter, and the paper is just so good in the Scribbles That Matter. As you guys know, it's 100 grams per square meter, so there is barely any ghosting, but this guy here, the ghosting was really causing problems. Hello everyone. So first of all, I'm gonna start with the index here, and as you can see, I didn't go through all of the index. Hello everyone, because I was starting to just, I don't know, not using it. I do plan on coming back and filling this in with the index so that, it's easier for me to come back to the pages and, for reference. Hello everyone. But at the moment, I only went through I used the index up to page 117. So the very first thing that you can see here is something that I tried out and that I really enjoyed. Basically what I did is that I used a page from this, wait one second. I got this pad back in Italy last summer, and basically I used one of the pages and I glued with some washi up here, and I used this to have a list of what I wanted to check at the morning, at the evening, and at the first day of the month, because there are things that I'm supposed to be checking at a certain time of the day, and I would just lose track of that. So I thought that this was a great idea. And some of you may have seen this, but I used the same idea in my new bullet journal for something different, but I kept the same idea of having, please zoom in, of having a separate page glued like that. And the best thing with this thing here is that you can flip to any page of the journal and you can put it in here so you can see. Hope it makes sense. Moving on. Hi, hello everyone. Moving on, the first spread, of course, sorry for the zoom. The first spread is my 2017-2018 calendar and my Calendex. I was planning on using this journal up to February, and that's what I did. So yeah, pretty self-explanatory. I used the section down here to add the description of some of the events that were coming up. I used some, a very easy color coding system down here, as you can see, just to, color code a little bit more. The Calendex, same old Calendex, nothing special about it. I did use some color code, as you can see, just, to make it more visually easy to understand. Moving on, here I have my projects and someday spread. I did film a video about it, but I was really not using the someday part of it. So I guess because I was very busy with university and other projects that I wasn't really thinking about what projects I could be working on. I'd rather, just finish the projects that I'm already working on. And in my new bullet journals, I don't have this overview here. I really like it, but I'd rather have like a more hello everyone. I'd rather have a more like practical view with this movable pad thing. So this was for my projects. Even if you want to have more info, there is a video up on the channel where you can see exactly what everything means. Moving on, I have my savings. I'm just gonna, skip this. It's, money information. I did film like a video about like savings and financial spreads if you're interested. That's up on the channel as well. Moving on, I did this social media stats sort of spread where basically I'm gonna bring it closer, all right. Okay, so I have the months here. So September, October, November, and December. And I have Instagram, YouTube, and Amino, where I was checking the Amino points. And basically, I was tracking like every day, how many points and followers and subscribers I had. But towards like the end of December, I realized that I did not need that. Totally unnecessary. So right now, I changed from this vision here to something way easier. Let me get to it. It's the orange tab. Way easier here. As you can see, I only have like the months and the first of the month. Wait, I'm gonna put it here. So Instagram, YouTube, and this is the first of the month. This is the end of the month, and this is the goal for the month. And this is much easier, much cleaner, much better. Moving on. I had some pages for my social media. I had my milestone page that I didn't really end up using. I don't know, I didn't really feel like the need of having one, so I just didn't use it. Instagram tracker, YouTube tracker, Amino tracker, pretty self-explanatory. Whatever I like get to a certain, I reach a certain number of like subscribers or followers or whatever, I would color a certain like square in, and I really like this style, and I actually kept this style in my new bullet journal as well. So moving on, I have here a social media. Ricardo, your camera is not happy today, doesn't want to zoom sometimes. I'm sorry about that. Let me see if I can try. Okay, I'll try to maybe not move as much. I'm sorry about that. Wait, is it better? I hope it's better. Okay, hope it's better. Okay, so what I wanted to say, hey, hello. So here I had a social media page where I was basically just seeing what I wanted to do on every given day. So like on Monday I wanted to post a picture, on Mardi, on Tuesday I wanted to do that. And so yeah, it was just for me to have a little bit, of an overview of what I wanted to do. Here we have September. Now, as you'll see throughout the journal, basically I used washi to clearly identify where the months started. So this was the washi for September. And as you can see here, I can easily see, I don't know if that's clear on camera, but basically September has this washi, October has this other washi, and I can know like pretty easily where each month starts and finishes, basically. Okay, let's flip through September. September 2017, that's where I started using this month log style. So it's a 2-page month log. On this page here, I have a mini calendar. It's, very like small boxes with some goals for the month. And on this side, I have 2 columns for personal plus work and social media on this other side. So basically what I did is that I used the mini calendar to enter some doodles, and enter some doodles, and each doodle, no, it's not doodle, it's more of a signifier. So I entered the signifiers in here, and then the description of the signifiers was on the other side here. So I wanted to keep the calendar, but I didn't want the calendar to be way too crowded with information. So if I'm gonna give you a very quick example, if we move to the 13th, for example, there is a triangle there, meaning that I was working. That's babysitting. When we're gonna take, the 11th, for example. The 11th, I have 2 entries, and I can see here on the 11th what the 2 entries are. Hope it makes sense. And on social media, I was keeping track of what I was posting on YouTube and on other platforms, basically. Moving on, I have my memories from September, and as you can see here, I was still keeping it very colorful and, very colorful. Yes, using like different styles, different pens, but I've kind of moved from this style to a more minimal style. I'm going to quickly show you what my new memories page looks like on my new bullet journal. And as you can see here, I went from this like super colorful sort of style to something a little more like cleaner, and I'm really enjoying this style more because I can put more information about the memories themselves, and I can just write them down whenever. Well, this would take me a little bit more because, I wanted to have fun with the colors and all of that. Mood grid, as you guys know, I kept track of like how I felt at night, and according to the different colors. Moving on, I had my gratitude log, pretty self-explanatory. This Just Do It page was my habit tracker, and I had a mini calendar, and I was checking in according to the day whenever I did something, and that's it. Moving on, my checkup section. This is one of my favorite spreads. Basically, what I did with this is that I was quality tracking different areas of my life. I'm gonna try and, come closer. Hopefully, it will zoom. Hopefully. So basically, I was quality tracking different areas of my life. So sleep, my physical health, money, productivity, food, house, and how much money I spent. And then at the end of the week, I would do a review of the week. So this is my top like healthcare sort of spread, because I could do, the quality tracking and the weekly review on Sundays. Super helpful, super, super helpful. Moving on, I had some brain dumps here, back to school brain dump, YouTube week overview, just to know like which videos I wanted to film, some dailies in here, kind of random entries, and then university. I had a whole section for university, and there are several spreads that I'm going to show you. So first of all, I had a semester overview here with the subjects, the teacher, and the contact, and this was so helpful, because I really needed this information to be somewhere. Here I had drawn a dashboard for my schedule, but what happened is that my schedule kept on changing till the point where I didn't end up using this because there was just no point. It was always changing, so whatever. Moving on, I had this for my tests and this one for my exams. Pretty self-explanatory. I had the subject, when, where, description, and the grade I got. And that's all. Some of these, I never got the grade. Because that's how things go here in France. You just don't get the grade. And they're like, oh, you passed the class. And I'm like, yeah, but how much did I get on that specific test? And no one knows. Anyway, moving on. In my exams and the grades, and my study log. There is a video up on the channel as well about the study log if you're interested. Basically, I was keeping track of what I was studying on any given day, but I ended up not really using it. So I, whenever I don't feel like using a spread, I just don't, and I move on with my life. Moving on, first week of September, as you can see here, I tried this one-page weekly spread where I had different columns, and the days are here. So I had personal plus work, school, social, and productivity. Please let me know about the Zoom, all right, if the Zoom doesn't work. Yeah. So yeah, basically I used this to plan exactly what I wanted to do for any given like areas of my life, and I really liked this view, and I used it for quite a lot, to be honest. Some dailies, more dailies. This was a spread that I did because I did a presentation about Instagram, and I created a specific Instagram account for the presentation. So these were like the pictures that I wanted to have on my Instagram account, because the pictures were like part of my PowerPoint. Like the Instagram account was the PowerPoint. That makes sense. Moving on, new week, and as you can see here, I used this idea that I had here, but on 2 pages because I wanted to have more space. So I have personal plus work class, social, daily goals, and productivity, and it worked pretty well, to be honest. Productivity, I was writing down things that I did on that day that made me feel like it was productive. And daily goals were goals that I was setting before, like the night before for the day, so that would, help me, like push me to be more productive. Moving on, some dailies that so I love this setup a lot. I'm gonna explain a little bit. So as you can see here, I divided the 2-page spread into 4, and I have like each part as for one day, and here I did, of course, my daily entries. So the usual bullet journaling system with entries and signifiers. And here I'm gonna zoom in a little bit. I hope it doesn't go crazy. I had the double time ladder. Basically, no, it doesn't. So basically, I had one time ladder for what I planned for the day, and the second time ladder for what I actually did. And I used a color coding system. I think I didn't have a specific card for this. No, I didn't. But I knew what each color represented. Basically, the red was exams, yellow was like study time that I planned for, blue was class, and orange was social media. Yes. Hi. Hello, everyone. Moving on. Remembering. So this is the first remember spread that I did after a long time. I was really missing this from my older bullet journals. So basically, I just wrote down a few lines per day, and that's something that I keep on doing. As you guys know, I have the separate some lines a day journal, so I use that for my healthcare, also for writing down some important events, and I have the memories spread that I use as well. Moving on, same as the other one, same. New week, more dailies with the same layout, with the double letter. And that's all for September. Moving on to October, as you can see here, the washi for October was this amazing blue washi that I absolutely adore. And as we can see here, we can see clearly where October starts and where it ends. And I used the same layout that I did for September. So with the calendar, with the signifiers and the description here, goals, and it really helped me having this overview because I could see exactly what was coming up, and in parallel, like my social media and how active I was and what I wanted to work on and all of that. Then I have my memories, the same style, like pretty colorful. Mood grid, same. Gratitude log, same as September. Just do it page, which is my habit tracker, same. As you can see here, I was so lazy. I didn't do any sport in October. Whatever. Next, checkup section, same as September, same. Like quality tracking plus weekly overview on Sunday. Then study log that didn't really work out, but whatever. For the remembering for October, as you can see, I divided each page into different parts so that I had enough space for every day, and it was pretty consistent. As you can see here, I only skipped one day, the very last day of the month, but besides that, I did have something to remember about October 2017, which is amazing. Next, first week of October with the same layout. So I was really enjoying this layout back in like September, October. More dailies with the time ladder, and as you can see here, I stopped like using it. And so when I feel like something doesn't really work as it used to, I change. And as you can see, I change pretty often, but that's all right. It depends on like how busy I am and how I feel. So yeah, I'm pretty versatile. Like I change if I have to. Here I was planning for the 20k giveaway, a very random page with some doodles. And here I changed things a little bit. And as you can see, I'm transitioning from this weekly spread to this weekly spread. And this is definitely where I come from. Like the ideas for my new weekly spread, which is, I'm going to show it to you. The new weekly spread is a combination of the two. So my new weekly spread, which is like that, as you can see, I'm transitioning. Like I can see the history of it. It started like that, and then I started changing a little bit, and at the end, that's what I'm using currently. So it's interesting to see like how my spreads evolve throughout time. Anyway, here I have only 2 columns, and on this other side I have tasks and working on. So working on is for the projects, and tasks are the tasks related to these projects. So I was really enjoying having the 2 so that I knew what the projects were and what tasks I had to do in order to achieve those projects. More dailies, but I skipped the ladder because I wasn't really using it, so I skipped that. Brain dump, blog post ideas, second week of October, and as you can see here, I kept the same layout. So 2 columns for personal plus work, and social media, and then tasks and ongoing projects. Moving on, some dailies with some, keeping this like kind of flowery theme going on. New week of October, I really enjoyed this weekly spread. Same layout, but I added a study plan. So here I only had like tasks and projects, but here I added a smaller like study plan session to focus more on university. Love all the washi you use. Thank you so much. I enjoy using washi like a lot. And more dailies from October. I wanted to do like a quick October review, but didn't end up, whatever. And October is done. Oh, thank you so much. And we dive into November. So the washi for November is this like blue. As you can see, this journal was very, very blue, like very blue. Same layout. So the calendar goals, 2 columns, personal plus work and versus social media. Memories, mood grid. As you can see, I was really enjoying this setup, so I did not change it because I did not feel like changing it. Gratitude log, get it done. Hi, hello everyone. Checkup section, this was all the same in November. Remembering November, as you can see here, same old layout. I skipped a couple of days, but overall, I can definitely get like a feeling of what happened in November if I read through these. Here I wanted to try something different. Didn't really work, but at least I tried. So I have a social media overview page, and basically I'm gonna try and put it. Okay, so I have here the 4 platforms that I was working on. So Instagram, YouTube, Amino, and blog. And I would color in whenever I posted on a specific platform. So the coloring is for when I post. And down here, I had a small plan for YouTube and blog. So YouTube, the videos that I wanted to post, and the blog posts that I wanted to post. Have you done? Oh wait, there was a question. I'm gonna answer the question once I'm done with the flip through, I think, because this way I can like keep on, the flow. All right. Instagram tracker, because I finished the first one, and so I did a new one. And new first week of November with the same layout. And as you can see here, I think you can see pretty well the ghosting and the ghosting problem that I was talking about, which was driving me crazy because I love having, you know, kind of like elaborate spreads and having fun with the pages. But if the ghosting, I can't stand the ghosting. So on one hand, I was loving this journal. On the other hand, I was like, I cannot. So same layout. Moving on, some dailies and my booster challenge. As you guys know, I came up with this idea. There is a video about the booster challenge, and I worked on some printables for the challenge, and basically, real quick, you decide to focus on a specific project. You plan how many hours you want to work on that project, and you set a goal, and you keep track of how many hours you actually worked on the project. If you want to have more info, definitely go check out the explanatory video. So yeah. Moving on, what do I have? 5 before 2018, I drew this with my friend Caitlin over Sunshine and Stationery, who's such a sweetheart. She drew this down here. More dailies, new weekly spread. As you can see, same layout, same old layout. It was working well for me. And more dailies. And the very first, let's watch a movie spread. Okay, I cannot tell you how much I enjoy this spread. So I got back in November a movie card. Here, I have it actually. I have this, like, you just say limited. It's like a card that you could use in cinemas here in Paris. And basically, you can watch as many movies as you want. You go in, and you pay like a certain amount per month. So I've been going to the cinema every week consistently ever since November. So I needed to have a spread for that. And basically I have the date to know like when I went to the cinema, the movie that I watched, and my personal rating. And this has been very, very, very fun to do. So I drew the same here in my new bullet journal. As you can see here, I call it movie tracker. Very easy, very simple, and this was just so much fun. Whoops, something fell. Moving on, I had like a weekend action plan because I wanted to focus a little bit more on that. A study brain dump because we are approaching the exams. New weekly, and something that changed a little bit. As you can see, this part is pretty similar. On the side, I have working on study plan tasks and coming up section. This was something that I added down there that wasn't there before. Some dailies, I really, really enjoyed these dailies. Here, moving on, new weekly spread, same layout, nothing different. Yeah, more dailies. I'm gonna flip through real quick. New week of November, same layout, same dailies, and yeah, there we go. November is over. So yeah, as you can see, like I was using very consistently weeklies plus dailies, and that's how I function. That's how I organize my life, and it works. So not changing it. December 2017, I wanted to add a little bit fun with some stickers. Same layout, 2 columns here, calendar, memories, mood grid, and move on. Gratitude, habit tracker, same. Checkup section this week here. I think I was in Italy, so I didn't end up like doing the review. That's like Christmas time, so it was Christmas, and then I went to London for New Year's Eve, so I was pretty busy that week. Remembering December, and here, as you can see, I don't have like the end of the month because I was traveling, so I didn't end up like writing down, but whatever. And I was in London for a couple of days, so didn't have time, but that's all right. Week of new weekly, same layout, same dailies. Here, I tried something different, and as you can see here, this weekly spread influenced my new weekly spread. Because instead of having this overview here with the days and the columns, I decided to have like the boxes for each day. And that's where I started transitioning from this weekly spread to the new weekly spread. As you can see here, I had the days, some goals for the day. I don't know why I wasn't really using it as much as I wanted, but I like the idea. So basically you have the day, you write down some goals. I have focusing on here for the projects that I was working on, a coming soon section. I like the idea here. Oh, okay. A study we can plan there. And okay, here we dive into the weekly spread for during my exams. I had some exams here. Or did I? Oh, no. I had like a week off where I had a lot to study. So I'm gonna like put it here. Okay. So as you can see here, I tried a different layout. I have Monday all the way to Friday. I didn't put Saturday and Sunday because Sunday I work at the restaurant and Saturday was my day off. So, you know, I was not planning to study on that day. I divided this section here into 3. That's for the morning. So to me, it's up to 12 a.m. Then this is the like afternoon from like 1 all the way to 6. And this is like 7 all the way till like midnight, you know, evening. So I divided this like that to have a to do some time boxing basically. So I have this on the 3, I have 5 days for 3, so I have 15 boxes, and I could, time box these days to have a, clear overview of my week. And I had some tasks down here, and on this side I have GTD, getting things done, so some things that I really had to get done, and revisions for my exams. I really liked this weekly spread. Really compact, a lot of information, but it worked. So if it works, tell me. 2018, some like very random something, brain dump. And here I wanted to have like a 2018 overview sort of thing, but I didn't like it. I don't know, like I drew it and then I was like, I don't know, I don't like it. So I never used it. And also, yeah, whatever, happens. Moving on, YouTube videos, some video ideas. Here, I think, December, January is when I started using my bullet journal. What's the name? My bullet journal separate thing there. Oh my god, I'm sorry. My bullet journal sidekick. So as you can see here, I still have like YouTube videos, like brain dumps here and there, but towards the end of the year, starting in January, that's when I started using my bullet journal sidekick. So those pages, so I transferred all of that information into my sidekick, and it was better there than here. January 2018, I changed my layout. I don't know, I wanted to try something different, new year, new bullet journal, new. So I came back to this bigger calendar, and but I was using the same technique that I used the other month. So basically I have the doodles here, and I enter the description on this section. And I thought it was very useful to have this events section here divided into four according to the weeks, so that I could see exactly what was coming up each week. Down here I have a some lines a day, small like reminder sort of thing. I actually ended up using all of the journal like for every day of January. I just didn't fill this in. And a small social media tracker here. Moving on, I had my memories now. January was such a crazy month because I had all of my exams, and then I started a new semester, and I was traveling, so I ended up not filling in the memories, and that's all right. I know that it was a busy month, and this translates exactly. Like, if you tell me what happened in January 2018, well, I was super busy. Boom, memories, nothing, because I was busy. I hope it makes sense. Um, Here I have the mood grid, the checkup section. As you can see here, this was a crazy week where everything was just so overwhelming because of exams, whatever. Moving on, be grateful, gratitude log, collabs spread, because I was doing a lot of collabs and I wanted to make sure that I did not forget, you know, those collabs. And here we have, yes, here we have the 2 weekly spreads for the exams I had in January. So I used the same like compact overview as I showed you in the first, I showed you here. So I came back to this. I said, hey, Ricardo, you need this for these 2 busy weeks. So I have the time boxing thing up here so that I knew which exam, where I had the exams and all of that. A getting things done section here and the tasks. And it worked just so well. Love this. Really love this. And as you can see here, after the exams, I needed something. Also, wait. I'm just realizing that here I put December, even though it was January. Like, what? Okay. I've just realized that I actually put December here, but it was January. January 8th, January 2nd, whatever. Moving on here, as you can see, I completely changed my layout and I started doing something more fun, something, to change things a little bit. On this side, I have all of the time-related information. So I have the days, Monday all the way till Saturday and Sunday. I have one box for Saturday and Sunday. A mini calendar up here just to know like where I am in the month. A to-do list and a coming section, and then I just had some fun with some quotes and yeah. And here I have a mini like mini like tracker thing to see whether I posted on Instagram, where I read and studied, basically. Some dailies with, daily entries. And my February setup. Here I did a small like brain dump to make sure that I knew what I wanted to have for February. New week of January, as you can see, same layout. And here I started using this amazing meal tracker. So I'm so happy with this meal tracker that I came up with because it's been working so well. I've already explained it in a previous video, I think. But basically, what I'm doing here, I'm gonna try and make sure that it does zoom in. Please. Basically, as you can see here, I have one section for each day. So Monday all the way to Sunday, and then a total here. And each section is divided into 3. So I have breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And in means that I had that meal at home. So I did not spend money for that meal. The numbers mean how much money I spent for that meal. So for example, on Monday, I had breakfast and dinner at home. And lunch, well, I paid $3.25 for lunch. And yeah, this way I know how much money I spent on food. And a cross here means that I did not have that meal, which is bad. It shouldn't happen, but it does. So yeah, basically that's how it works. And I've been using it for months now. Works super well. Moving on, more dailies with the same washi. And here, this is funny. I thought that it was the first week of February. I was planning to move here. I don't know. I got it wrong. And when I drew this, I realized that it wasn't the right month. And so I just left it there. February 2018. This is the last month in my journal here. So as you can see, same calendar with the same overview because I really enjoyed the setup here. Memories, same. Something was not working with my memories page towards the beginning of the month. That's why I went from that style to the more minimal style that I showed in here. I'm gonna show it again just real quick, so that we can see the difference. But basically, something was not working anymore. So I don't know. I did not enjoy doing this. I don't know. So I as you can see, I didn't fill in. and I switched now from this style to this style here. Mood grid, same. I was not feeling it, so I wasn't really using it. Gratitude log, same. Something was just not working in February, to be honest. YouTube workflow. So here I did this chart to make sure that I was working on these videos. And as you guys know, I wasn't really active on YouTube. So I didn't really end up working on all of these videos. As you can see, these videos are videos that I did film, but I never ended up posting them on YouTube, which is a shame. But hey, life, that's life. C'est la vie, whatever. Moving on, the ultimate productivity challenge. So I was feeling that I really needed to be more productive, and so that's why I came up with the idea, and with the idea of, you know, coming back to the productivity challenge. And I did a smaller version of the challenge. This is a 1 month version, so I'm only going from level 1 all the way to level 4, and I was tracking forest is for studying, YouTube video, whenever I posted a YouTube video, cleaning and sport. And I really enjoyed it. It really did help me a lot with being more productive. So yeah, definitely really helped this one here. Future log. So as you can see here, I had to have some extra space because I didn't plan it well. I didn't have like that extra space for like March, April, and May. So I used this overview for March, April, and May. And basically I have the mini calendar here and the entries on this other side. And it works so well. If you're looking for a future log that's easy to draw and it's super clear, I 100% recommend this overview because it does work. And that's the one that I'm using right now. I just did the same in my new bullet journal, and I'm just so happy with how it's working. First week of February, as you can see here, it's the same layout, so time related to do review. I didn't have a checkup like spread for February. I moved the checkup part in my weekly and the review as well. So you have a more like consistent like overview of the week per se. Down here, the UPC, it's Ultimate Productivity Challenge. I was keeping track of what I was doing to, you know, what I was doing according to my productivity challenge and if I was actually working on it. So it did help having this little guy over here. Some dailies, and yeah, new week of February, same concept, same dailies. Third week of February, same as you can see, same. I was not studying a lot that week. The study thing is red, which is not good. Some dailies here. And I have a study plan. I'm really enjoying doing study plans. I did this super quick subject workload when. I don't know what I was thinking. Like I put a when column and then I was like, I don't really need this column, so whatever. And then whether I actually did the thing or not. Moving on, a new week of February with the same idea, same layout. Some dailies, and that's it. Yes, that's it, because this was like the very last week of February. Then there were 3 days in February left before March, but that's when I started planning for in my new bullet journal. So this is the last week that I have here. And basically the last pages, I'm just gonna show real quick the last pages. I still have like a couple of pages blank, but I don't care. It's alright. On the back, I'm gonna show you real quick. I had the Stellar Triplus Fine Liner. I wanted to know which colors I had because I have so many Stellar Triplus, and I forget like what colors I have. So I had to have like a swatch page. Here I was just trying out some pens. Happens. And here, since I got a lot of washies over these, like ever since September, I did this like washi pages to know which washies I had, which worked really well. So whenever I planned for a week, I was like, okay, I feel like red. Which red washes do I have? So I flip here and I'm like, boom, I have these washes here. Which one do I feel like using? That makes sense. So I like I could see the washi, and then I'm like, okay, this week I want this washi here. And that's something that was pretty helpful. Stationery shopping, we did this with Kaylin here. So basically I was writing down what I was buying stationery wise when, and yeah, because we tend to spend quite a lot of money on stationery, but whatever. And then I had another washi swatch for the new ones that I had got. And yeah, so overall, was I satisfied with this journal? The answer is, okay, I had fun with that. And I came up with a lot of weekly spread ideas. I was happy about my weeklies because I was really experimenting with the weekly. And I did come up with some interesting ideas. But what was bugging me a lot was the ghosting. I was not happy with the ghosting ever since I started the journal. So I went through it, but I didn't really love it as I did love other journals. So it was kind of a letdown for me. And, but you know, that's all right. That's right. That's life. I tried it, and I do feel like, yeah, the problem is the paper. 80 grams per square meter is not what I'm looking for right now. So yeah. And I'm gonna look at your questions. I'm sorry. So what do you do with your old bullet journals? Do you throw them away? Of course not. I do not throw them away. I keep them all. I have a space here at my place where I keep all of the journals. I can't see your messages. Where are they? Okay. I have all of my washi index just like that. Thank you so much for your brilliant ideas, Ricardo. Thank you. Bonjour. I'm not French. I'm half French. That's all right. Bonjour. Mi saluti per favore. Ciao, Gloria Fashion 8. Have you done any Dutch doors in your bullet journal before? I did try a while ago. A long time ago. I did like a vertical Dutch door, but I wasn't really into it. Dutch doors are not really my thing. Hi from Reunion Island. Hi, super journal. Merci de nous inspirer. Thank you. Merci beaucoup. Love all the washi you use. Thank you. Hello, it's so beautiful. Hello. Hi from Indonesia. Ciao, salut, magnifique votre cahier de Bujo. Oh, thank you so much. So the video, how many minutes? We have 47 minutes. I'm gonna go because tomorrow I'm leaving. I'm taking a flight back to Italy. So thank you so much for everyone who tuned in. This is going to upload so you can rewatch it if you want. And yeah, I hope you have a wonderful evening, and I do plan on doing more live streaming sessions. So yeah, enjoy. Goodbye, everyone, and yeah, have a nice evening. And thank you so much for 10,000 subscribers. I had almost forgot. We just got 10,000 overnight. So I woke up with this great achievement. Thank you so much for your support. And yeah, bye. Oh, does it bother you that the pages in your name bathroom are not numbered? It does not. It does not bother me at all. I just don't. It does not. We could do a video about it. I just don't want to make this way too long. But if you want, we can definitely do a live streaming session about like the different journals and how I feel about the differences and all of that. But right now, I'm going to end the live here so that it's not as long when it uploads on the channel. And yeah, I'll let you know when I do my new live streaming session. All right. Bye.